Well, hey y'all, it's me, Jerry. Welcome back. So, I don't know if you remember, but when I did my anniversary video, my year anniversary video, I promised you all that I'd be spending some more time creating some more content for you. So, I kind of took last week off. It was Halloween and we do a lot of different things for that night besides just our kids. So, there was a lot of stuff going on and it almost felt like a little bit of a vacation for me because I had started this writing job where I wrote for like a block of time in the middle of the day for a media company, like right about the time that my children were going back to school. So I never got that little break in there that I needed. So that's kind of what last week was. So I don't have a full content calendar put together of exactly what I'm going to be sharing the rest of the week besides my gardening videos. I know that I want to spend some time like this just kind of rambling about some things that maybe I'm obsessed with or that are perplexing me or just, you know, random things going on in my world. I also want to share with you, you know, our recipes and how we cook and give you some different ideas about natural healthcare that we employ. And I'm gonna get back into touring some gardens, so I'll have the show and tell garden show going again, and hopefully I can find some hacks again. My husband really wants to test out some hacks and see how successful they are or aren't, so that's something that we're looking to do as well. But today I'm going to kind of talk to you about 3 things that are on my mind right now. And one is knowing when it's time to stop something, when it's time to leave a situation. The next one is like kind of my recent obsession that's plagued me for the last month and a half. And then lastly, I'm going to share with you my menu for this week, because every Sunday I sit down and I plan out a menu, and that's how I make my grocery list and I go shopping from there. And I've got another video out there about how I shop in terms of like looking at the sale ads to get deals. But I know for me, sometimes I'm looking for, you know, ideas of what to cook. So I thought that it might be helpful if I shared with you what I'm cooking each week. And then if you've got questions or there's recipes that you want to go deeper into, then you can let me know and I can make a video about that too. So here we go. Knowing when to leave. A lot of things, whether it's work, a job, relationship, a task, a chore, something that we're involved in or that we've committed ourselves to, sometimes it's difficult to know when's the right time to walk away from that situation. You know, because unfortunately we tend to overstay in situations for whatever reason. And I bring this up because of that writing job I was talking about a while ago, because I spent the last year kind of building up a structure of income for myself outside of YouTube, and but I still needed to add to it, and that's why I took on that writing job. And like I said, in the beginning it seemed like it was no big deal, but then 3 months into it, I realized how many areas of my life were lacking because of the energy that I was putting into that writing. And so I think that that's a good indicator of when it might be time for you to consider making some changes in life, if you're like me, is when you start to realize that other parts of your life are suffering. I try to live a harmonic life. It's hard to believe that balance can come into anything because life just doesn't work that way. So I try to strive for harmony, and so I just thought it was important to bring that to you today, because sometimes we just need the courage or someone to inspire us that it's okay to let go of a situation. And sometimes even when we cling to a situation, we find that by letting go of it, it actually opens up a lot of different things for us. So if there's something right now in life that makes you feel like you're in a box and it's driving you crazy because you're not getting all the things that you're supposed to be getting done, then definitely I want to encourage you to take some time to reflect and analyze all that it's bringing to your life and all that it's taking away from your life, and then, you know, seek whatever guidance you're into and go from there. Okay, so the second thing I want to talk about today is my recent obsession with Outlander. Okay, so it started out, I used to see the commercials on Instagram in my feed, like the little ads for it, and we're always looking for something to watch, mostly because I'm real particular about what I will watch, whereas my husband will watch anything. So, and I like historical fiction type things, and so we binged watched all of what Starz has put out in terms of the series, and then I went on course with the books. So there's 8 books in the series, and I read the first one on my phone, all 1,000-something pages of it, and then after that I just started buying the books, and it became so bad that I literally was reading one of those books a week. I just, the writing is phenomenal. I really love when an author can take true historical references and weave them into a fictional story, and so that's one thing I love about it. I love the characters so much, and so I kind of lost track when I was reading the book and ended up finishing what she's written faster than I thought. I think I read the entire series, 8 books, in like a month and a half or less. That's what my husband says is a month and a half. But like I said, if you if you haven't read it or if you haven't seen the show, I definitely recommend it to you. There's 2 more books coming out. One's supposed to be coming out at the first of the year, and the show is going to come back out in February. So I'm pumped about all that, and I thought I would leave you with some of my favorite impressions. This is one, so like the main characters in the book are Jamie and Claire, and so here are some of my impressions, like when I do their voices, okay, because I do a lot of voices. So one, this is Jamie, Claire, and this is Claire, Jamie, or he often calls her Sassenach. So those are my impressions of that. But, and even now that I've finished the books, and I've read almost all the other little novellas that she wrote in between the big books, and so now I just kind of randomly go back and rewatch different parts of the series that I like the most. And so right now I'm rewatching parts of season 4 for the 3rd time. So hopefully I find something new to read. If you have read this series or if you've seen this series and you know of something similar, I'm not usually in for the kind of sci-fi edge to it, but if you know something similar, definitely share it with me so I can find something else to do besides think about these characters. Now, so lastly, I'll talk to you about what my handy dandy little menu is, and it's really this simple. I just scribble out the days of the week, and there's some things that we do pretty much the same every week or same theme. So on Sunday night we had kind of a Rotel cheese dip. And because I was just kind of in a snacky mood, and sometimes I like to have a veggie tray just so everybody, because it gets everybody eating vegetables, you know. So if I put a cheesy dip with a veggie dip kind of thing, it just all gets eaten up really quickly. So that's what we did on Sunday. And last night we had a broccoli and potato soup. It's like got broccoli, carrots, celery, and potatoes in it, lots of cheese. You immerse it at the end so it's really creamy, and it was our first soup of the season because I'm kind of like what they would call a seasonal eater, maybe. I think there's another word for it, but I only like to eat like cold foods in the summer, spring, warm foods, rooted vegetables, stuff like that during the fall and winter. So for weeks and weeks and weeks on Mondays we've been having salads of some type. Sometimes a salad bar, sometimes, you know, a salad theme that I have pre-mixed together. But last night we started back to soups, and everybody is stoked because all of my family loves the different soups that we make. Now Tuesday is typically Taco Tuesday for us, or sometimes it's Tostada Tuesday. And this week, to just kind of mix it up a little bit, we're actually gonna have sour cream enchiladas, and this is kind of my take on my favorite enchiladas in the world from a place that's no longer in business, but it was called Ponchos in El Paso, where I spent summers with my grandparents. So it's very, very close, not exactly perfect, but that's what we're having tonight is sour cream enchiladas and cilantro lime rice. On Wednesday, we're gonna have Mississippi roast with mashed potatoes and roasted carrots. Now, what's unique about the Mississippi roast, I think I found it on Facebook a while ago, is it's real basic. It's like a stick of butter, some ranch, a ranch packet, an au jus packet, and a jar of pepperoncinis, and it gives it the most amazing flavor that I've just ever tasted. And so that's what we're having on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we're having egg roll in a bowl. And on Friday, we're having chili cheese dogs. I've been stuck on chili cheese dogs for probably 3 months. I'm kind of a habitual person. And the only downfall is that sometimes I eat something so much that I just don't want to eat it at all anymore. But so far I haven't got there yet with the chili cheese dogs, and on Fridays that's what I want no matter what. So it's kind of been a mainstay. And sometimes I plan through Saturday and Sundays, but sometimes I don't because of different things going on. Sometimes the boys are with their family, sometimes the girls are doing something, and sometimes we might go out to eat, but we don't do that very much. But I usually kind of leave Saturday up in the air unless I'm doing like a 2-week shop, or unless I just know that I want to do something specific on Saturday and everybody's going to be home. So I hope that you enjoyed listening to me ramble and kind of break ground on spending some more time with you. And if any of the things that I mentioned on my menu are of interest to you and you'd like to see me do a video about any of those recipes, definitely let me know. This week I'm going to be sharing with you my recipe for making homemade refried beans. And when you figure out the cost, it's probably about the same as buying a can of refried beans, but these beans taste so good, and it really doesn't take that much time because I do it in the crock pot. And so it's worth it to me to do it from scratch, and I'm excited to share it with you. So hopefully you'll have some time this week or whenever you get a chance to check out that video. And thanks so much for letting me chitty chat with you today about just randomness that I've got going on. And I look forward to catching up with you next week to see what else I can ramble on about. And if you've got any other things that you'd like to see me make videos about, never hesitate to let me know, because I have fun with it and it's something that we enjoy, and I'm grateful to be able to share with you. So as always, I hope you have the best day ever, and thanks for stopping in whenever you get a chance.